Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our dream house. But what's also so crazy about this place is that this is also where we're going to have the next generation Mr. Who's the Boss studio. So the plan is we're going to turn this into a 9-part video series where every single room is going to be its own episode.
Each of these is a different video.
And we're taking it from zero to the most maxed out thing you can possibly imagine. Let's start with the studio.
Hello.
And the actual coolest thing about this place is that there isn't just going to be one studio. About this place is that this is also where we're going to have the next generation Mr. Who's the Boss studio. So the plan is we're going to turn this into a 9-part video series where every single room is going to be its own episode. We spent our entire lives filming outside of an old attic bedroom, and to have a space that is actually rectangular. The actual coolest thing about this place is that it's just confusing. We can actually walk around and not walk into the camera or the lighting or the microphone. I nearly impaled myself many times on that microphone. The idea of this room is basically to take the setup that we already have, to take it to a whole other level.
We're thinking one big screen across the entire wall.
A space that is actually rectangular. The actual that we can do about this place is it's just confusing. We can actually walk around and not walk into the camera or the lighting or the microphone. I nearly impaled myself many times on that microphone. The idea of this room is basically to take the setup that we already have, to take it to a whole other level.
We're thinking one big screen across the entire wall.
A space that is actually rectangular. The actual that we can do about this place is it's just confusing. We can actually walk around and not the camera or the lighting or the microphone. I nearly impaled myself many times on that microphone. The idea of this room is basically to take the setup that we already have, to take it to a whole other level.
We're thinking one big screen across the entire wall.
A space that is actually rectangular. The actual that we can do about this place is it's just confusing. We can actually walk around and not the camera or the lighting or the microphone. Studio every single room is going to be its own episode.
Each of these
The room you're going to see a lot of, so we want to make sure that it's just spot on. Yes, if you stand here, Josh, and I stand here, I think a lot of good times are going to happen in these positions. This is the plant room, which is actually, I don't know why it's called a plant room. There aren't any plants in here. So this entire house is going to be run by the Control4 system. It's like a protocol that a lot of smart homes use to be able to link together lots of non-smart things.
It's kind of like the brain of a house.
We're basically trying to design it so that all the TVs in the house, all the electronics, you don't actually need big boxes in every single room because the boxes will be here and they're all wired individually to the rooms. Oh. This is where I want to build the dream top-down setup. So right now, anytime we get a new tech product, we have to film with a top-down camera. But the current top-down setup, this kind of me on my knees, there's a little table, and I'm kind of opening the product on the table with my arms stretched out like this, being very careful to actually keep it in the shot of the camera because it's so narrow. Here, we have the space to build a top-down camera set with no limitations, basically. Like any size product, we can just unbox it on the floor. It's such a dream. Okay, let's move to some more fun rooms. So this is the gym. I just love the Scandinavian-style architecture that the guy's gone for. But then, yeah, so the cool part of this house is this will also be a place to film stuff. Like anytime we're testing fitness bands or health tech, there's a space for it. Because there's these like polished concrete floors with no real gap between anything, you can just wheel a camera in. So bathroom in here, all the walls are Venetian plaster. The ceiling is wood. I actually can't believe that we like own it. It's a bathroom with a really cool sink. Oh no.
That feels like the position you're going to be in after a really heavy housewarming party.
It does have a Chanda-like vibe to it. Okay, so you've seen Drisha's baby. Now you get to see mine. This is the cinema room. I'll let you be the honest.
Come in. This carpet is so plush. And the noise when you walk in is immediately isolated, so it feels silent.
You present the video from now on, Drish.
This is where Aaron sleeps. This is actually where we sleep. The house is currently unfurnished completely, so we've set up a little bed mattress here and Aaron's key priority, a little switch set up here.
Literally that is male living space right there. The other thing you probably noticed when you walked in though is the noise just disappears. And that's because, well, basically the entire room is just surrounded with acoustic paneling.
It's like completely empty right now.
To the house where there's loads of pebbles, and we were picking up each individual pebble saying, we own this.
We named this pebble and Aaron hasn't let go of this pebble since.
Oh no.
So now we go upstairs to the main floor.
I also love looking up here. So this is the kitchen, dining room, living room, and it's so much space. We never dreamed of being able to have like this much space. What's really fun about this as well is that we're going to do it together. Like we're actually going to be able to build this room into the perfect final form.
This is what we've been looking for ages. And one of the key things was just tons of light.
It's like the best empty shell you could possibly hope for.
This fridge.
Oh, technology. Gotta love it.
Opens like this.
1 in 3 times. The idea is when you approach the fridge, it gives you a little projection on the floor that says door open. Place your foot underneath that projection and the door opens.
And you can change the temperature of different shelves to suit different wines. I don't even know wine well enough right now, so there'll just be lots of milkshakes in here.
You know, I was saying this entire house is run by the Control 4 system. That means that every single light in this house can be configured exactly how we want it. So you'll notice these buttons, they're unlabeled. And that's because you can make this button turn on all the lights to maximum. You can make this one turn on one particular light, and you can make this one turn on all the lights but at a certain level of brightness.
So we're going to go through every single light switch and program exactly the percentage and which lights we want on for each one, which is actually the most fun thing ever.
But what I actually find the coolest thing about this kitchen is the fact that in a way, it's kind of modular. Like you open each of these cabinets, but then you can actually shelve the cabinet doors so that this can be a permanent space for extra appliances, like a microwave. And this is true for every single one of these cabinets. And I just love how these lights gently glow as you start to open the doors. Oh, so satisfying. And then also, the whole thing is symmetrical. So if we didn't already know that we
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.